Setting up multiple camera events. We are accustomed to a usual live stream having only one camera angle, and in fact, that is what we always expect them to be like. From the viewer's standpoint, it makes sense to only expect one camera as long as there is only one host, and even when more than one host is present, viewers expect to see them all cramped into one space, interacting. From the streamer's standpoint, it also makes a lot of sense having only one camera to stream, especially if you're the only one present. From the streamer's point of view, multiple camera setups are complicated, expensive, and exclusively used by professional studios with the adequate resources and equipment. But fret not, we wouldn't be talking about this if it wasn't going to make your life easier, right? It happens that YouTube also offers streamers just like you the option to use multiple camera setups for their live events, and you can do that by simply adding additional cameras to your live event. This is great news, because having more than one camera on air will add extra layers of interactivity and functionality to your live events. Additional cameras will give your viewers multiple camera angles, so if you want to make transitions or movements in the same space where you're broadcasting from, you will not need to also move a main camera with you. You will be able to host TV-like shows with guests. You will be able to broadcast from different places at the same time. Now, there are some things that you'll need to take into account before introducing multiple camera features into your live events. Multiple camera options are only available when you stream with the Events option, and you will need to stream using custom encoding settings to have multiple camera options available. Having multiple cameras in your events means that you will need to increase your network and bandwidth capacity in relation to the number of cameras that you plan to use. Each camera will need to use a different encoder because each camera will need to use different data streams. Setting up multiple camera events. First, start by creating an event and selecting the custom type of encoding. Once your event gets created, you will see that the page that loads places you on a tab called Main Camera, along with a tab called Add Camera. That is because each camera transmits different stream channels, and you will need to configure each one separately. The main camera is where your main video feed is. Configure it as you normally would to launch your live events, including the encoder settings. Save and click on the Add Camera tab. As you can see, you will be asked to add the same type of information that you did when you configured your main camera. And that is because each additional camera is not necessarily a sub-camera, but a different streaming source for the same event. The big difference lies in the encoder setup, as a camera can be located in a different country. It will just need to be used with the encoder information created by the additional camera. You will give this camera a name. We will set its ingestion settings, and we will copy the encoder information on the encoder that will feed video data to it, which will be different from the information we copied from the main camera. Now click on Save Changes. You can click on Add Camera to add up to 6 cameras for the same event. You can monitor data metrics for each camera in your live control room by going to the Analytics section and clicking on the Camera Angle menu.